Steve Gomez with us this morning from Trade Ideas to give us a look at one of the tools that we've touched on in the past here. Steve, good to see you, first of all. Welcome to welcome to Volatility Renewed here. It feels like a little bit this morning. One of the things that we can look to Trade Ideas for is, a little bit of clarity as far as what exactly is happening on the chart in front of us. And from the standpoint of, I was just showing there, the VIX back to recent highs anyways, top end of the range on a daily chart. We need a way to maybe get some clarity here.
Yeah, well, I picked an interesting day for sure to come in. I'm going to show a few charts. The daily ones probably will be busted up, but there might be some value here, I think. Let's just get right into it. We're talking about TradeWave, which is a indicator of Trade Ideas, and I want to remind people this is not an add-on. This is a basic subscription. You have access to this in the charts, and why I really like it. I deal with a lot of new traders that come in looking for ideas. I've been doing this since the 90s. And the first question they always have is, well, how did you know when to buy it there? And then even more importantly, well, when did you know when to sell it? I always sell it too soon, or I sell it too late, or that's always a big one. So we've come up with a real simple thing called TradeWave, and it's basically just a buy and sell tag. And the slide here is important because you can use it on any chart you bring up, any of your favorite stocks. You can monitor this, and we'll get some examples. But I want to start by letting people know we do have a scanner that was created by Michael Noss, our good buddy Michael Noss, and he created some great three time frames. And what these three time frames are is a 5-minute, a daily, and a weekly. So whatever type of trader you are, you could tap into this scan. And it's a scan that's giving us the buy tags that are coming out like every evening for some daily charts, which we're going to look at, which will be broken. But as we get into the 5-minute time frame, this is where some value could come in on a day like today, where people are just kind of waiting for, that technological indicator that most people are just waiting for these days. We live in a world where you're holding your phone and you're waiting for your Uber to reroute you or where to stand. And so it's kind of not second nature for people to really dive in and study charts like I have in the past. So this is a great tool for people to kind of know when the recommended buy and sell moment occurs. Now you can, like I said, you can use your own charts, your own favorite stocks, or you can tap into the scan. And the first example I have on the scan here is a daily. It's LNC. And I want to highlight our Trade Ideas charts. We really try and incorporate as much as we can into the view. You can see the bottom left there is a thumbnail view. It gives us a daily, bigger, zoomed out picture. So we can quickly kind of see we've established a new high, and we've been kind of basing. But as we zoom in, there's a B there on that little green candle yesterday, which is probably being erased today. But as a swing trader doing your evening homework, you can come through here and you can see these buy and sell tags. And so this would be on the watch list for the following day as a swing trader. And the very far right there is the settings. We've got basically there's two clouds we're using. The one that you're seeing mostly is a fast EMA 5 and a slow EMA 12, which kind of creates that cloud. The blue color means it's bullish, and the orange color means it's bearish. There's a second cloud in there, which is more of a thin signal line. We won't get into that, but this is basically the nuts and bolts. You can change this if you want, but this is the default setting as it comes to you. So if we move on to the next chart, another picture-in-picture IOM. This is IONQ. We can see again on that thumbnail that we've been coming down pretty strongly outside of the view of this zoom, and we're basing here, and the red arrow there, I've kind of zoomed in on that little buy tag on the end is a daily candle. And again, that's probably going to be destroyed on a day like today, but in a normal market, this is a good process for swing traders to kind of work through. Another example, if we move on, is Barry. And I'm highlighting another function here, which is really cool for new traders as well. Whether you zoom in or zoom out, you're going to have buy and sell tags, and whatever you're viewing in the current zoom window will show up over on the right side as a summary, a trade summary. So in this particular case, we had one long and a buy and a sell. It was closed out by a sell tag for 4.5%, and the other one is an open profit, just down 0.4%. So you can kind of track as well how well these moves might work for you. And again, I just want to reiterate, new traders coming to me all the time, that sell signal is so important. And that brings me to the next graph. We're going to Tesla. I'm actually long Tesla coming in today, so I'll be watching this one. But this is a 5-minute time frame, and this is how it might be able to work today. Look at that double arrow I highlighted. This was just yesterday. The 5-minute trade wave gave us a buy signal down there. I can't see the price, but it moved up, over 5.7%. But the key I want to highlight is, you see in the middle of the day those two big wicks. They tried to scare you out. It didn't draw a sell tag, and so that's a great example of kind of the rules of the trade wave, keeping a trader in a good trade. You can see towards the top there, the sell tag finally did pop in there. But this is just, again, a great way for new traders to kind of get a feel for the jump rope of when entering and when exiting is ideal using these EMA clouds. And I think I've got one more slide here, the weekly time frame. For those that are interested in weekly time frames, position trading, AROC, we'll see how that does today. But again, same thing, you get the trade wave summary over on the right-hand side, giving you an idea of the open and closed profits based on what you're seeing in the zoomed time frame there. So I just can't emphasize enough, if you're a new trader, this is a great tool to kind of orient you for when is the right time to buy. And that Tesla example, don't get out too soon. They'll try and scare you out, but the buy tag kept people patient in Tesla. And just a reminder, you can use this on any chart with any time frame you want. If you're a 60-minute person, you go to that. If you're a 30-minute person, you can go to that and use TradeWave. It all works out.
A lot of people coming in this morning, Steve, with the maybe seeing this kind of a move for the first time and this kind of a negative start to the day for the first time. You've been around a long time. As far as these types of overall market moves, what are your thoughts here for people that are maybe underwater on some positions and experiencing this overall for the first time?
I do, yeah. I have kind of a basic setup for when I wake up and I'm on the wrong side of a gap down. I try so hard not to get flushed out in the first 15, 20 minutes. If I can make it to the top of the hour, I've got two 15-minute candles, and I do all the time. Once I get to the top of the hour, once that 30-minute low has been established, I'll go ahead and probably put in a stop. I'm trying to avoid getting stopped out in the first 20, 30 minutes. That's where all of the Citadel and all the market orders are getting, all the liquidity is being sopped up. It's hard. I know it's hard to do that in the moment. You don't know if it's going to be a continuation, but a lot of times on big gap down days like this, if you're stuck in something, that's the rule that I would use. If you're looking to go shopping, I would start looking at sectors right away and see which sectors start popping up on the open, because people are going to be buying those things on sale quickly.
Great stuff. Steve Gomez over at Trade Ideas. Anybody wants to take advantage of that TradeWave tool that Steve was talking about, the link is down below. In the description, Trader TV 20 will get you 20% off as well. Good to see you, Steve. Best of luck.
Good luck out there. It can be fun today.